from Port St. Lucie. It is Veterans Day. It's about, I don't even know what time it is. Let's see. 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 38 degrees. And it's time to plan this year's Christmas. Now I'm going to be posting this on 2 channels. So for my travel channel, for Lost in the Right Direction, you're going to find that this is a little out of character for what I do. But I'll also be posting this on my Crazy Christmas Crew channel, where I used to do a lot of tutorials and how-to videos on Christmas. I kind of stopped making content for that channel a couple years ago when I kind of retired from decorating the house. But this year, I'm going to be decorating the boat. We're going to be participating. Right now we're signed up to do 3 boat parades here in South Florida. The Palm Beach Boat Parade on December 5th or 6th, and then we have the Fort Pierce Boat Parade on the 13th and the Vero Boat Parade on the 14th. So if you guys live local and it's not too much, come by and check out the boat parade. We're going to be part of it. So this morning we got to go to Home Depot to get some materials, because I got to build some stuff out on the boat to then decorate. So hopefully we'll be taking care of that. Plus I have to do some programming for lights, and it's not just going to be some Christmas lights on the boat. We're going to be going pretty big. We did this 2 years ago, kind of out of the blue, and we actually won 3rd place in the Palm Beach Boat Parade for our division. Now we have a 24-foot Tritoon boat that we're going to be decorating, so we're going to be in that same category. It's about the same size we had a couple of years ago. Hopefully you find this enjoyable, interesting to watch, and come along as we decorate the boat and get it all programmed, and then we'll share the holiday season and when we go out and enjoy the boat parade. So hope you enjoy. All right, well, we are here on the boat, and I wanted to kind of go over my thought process of what our plan is, and then we'll see it come to life as I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys flipped around and take a look. The idea here is to, we've got a couple of the large moving heads. These are the heads that I've used in the past that can be seen from miles away. I'm going to build a platform that goes between this seat and this seat all the way across, and my 2 large moving heads will go in the front pointing up, and then be able to come back at the main feature, which will be my wacky inflatable tube Santa man. There's 2 massive fans. One will be here and another one will be on a platform here that attach to the legs of the Santa that will come up and dance around right in the middle of the boat. And then back here at the back side of the boat, I'm going to build a kind of a bridge or so that goes from the bimini, which is going to stay in this position here. It's going to come straight out towards us, and then a brace that goes down. And then that up on top will hold a couple of smaller moving heads, and in the middle will be 3-foot disco ball snowman. And then at the very back here, I've got to build, this is going to come off, but I'm going to build a little platform that comes here and then down that supports at the bottom. And attached to that platform will be a 12-foot LED Christmas light, like Christmas tree that changes colors. Also on the side, on both sides, that's what we got the lattice in the back of the truck for. We're going to be placing the programmable LED lights on the side that will be 16 feet long, and I've got 16 strips, so 8 on each side. One will be on this side and the other one will be on the other side. On top of that, we're going to just decorate and wrap the boat with lights. I've got a couple big speakers that go on the back and point out, because all this is going to dance to music. And I've got a couple permanent whip lights that'll be able to change colors. I also got lights on the outside underneath or by the pontoons that I can make Christmas colors. So that's the plan. All right, the first little platform I had to build is done. Basically, this is going to be a platform that we have a pre-made LED lit tree that's going to attach to this. I needed something strong and sturdy that I can actually screw into to attach the base, because the boat's going to rock a little bit. It might be some wind. And I just used an old pallet that we had laying around. I've got it tied to the boat, so it's not going to fall backwards. And then I put a piece of, like a towel, an old towel underneath to protect the vinyl cushion. This will also give me some space down here to store maybe the generator if it fits. But we'll kind of play in that all by ear. But I'm working from the back of the boat because all my stuff comes in off the front, so I'm working on the back. My next one is going to be building the cross brace that's going to go and hold the disco ball snowman that we have and everything. And then we'll work on the platform for the Santa and then the moving heads up at the very front. All right, if you guys didn't get what I was saying, this is what I meant. I built an adjustable. So we've got a couple little spots that we can put this, depending on, we want that to be as level as possible when we're out on water. What I did is there's a watermark or paint mark in the tube. Obviously, it sits a little back in the water, so I measured, I put a level on that line, leveled it with my adjustable level, and the top of that is about level with the line, in theory. So, but I have a couple little adjustment gears and a wing nut that I can make that adjustment once we get out in the water. We can get that as level as possible. I put a couple braces on the bottom just to keep it steady, but the main goal is the main guide is here that's going to hold this. Also, we're going to put a strap on the back to attach it to the bimini. So there's going to be a strap on the back to hold the backside. But what we've got here is a platform for a moving light that's going to point this way mainly. It's going to be able to, moving head, it moves. The middle point here is where we're going to mount the snowman. It's a mirror ball snowman, 3 foot tall, so it's going to be 3 feet from here. And we've got a base plate, a rotating base plate, so it'll be able to spin. And then another moving head at the top here. And then we're going to, I might paint this just to make it look, better. And then we're gonna have a place where we can hang some decorations and things. This is obviously gonna be wrapped with lights, indoor garland or something for decoration. And as you saw before, the platform for the tree. So our next step here is to build a platform that's gonna be level with that seat over here, because I have the two big fans that hold up the tube Santa, and I want them to be the same height. So one of them is gonna sit right here. So we are gonna build like a little platform for it to sit here, and another one will be right back here. So it's not gonna be completely in line with each other, but it's gonna be pretty close. We've got the plate, what do they call this? Bench or whatever for this fan. I got one just like it. It's gonna go here on this piece of wood. It's just gonna keep it from sinking into the seats. And then I got a piece of wood that could go across between the two seats. Obviously putting towels down. These things are heavy. But these are completely waterproof, 350 watt moving heads. And that's where they're gonna go. In the middle, you can't see any of this wood down here from the outside of the boat, but in the middle, I'm gonna put at least one fog geyser, maybe two. And then down there, all those are the LED strip lights that go on the side of the boat. And the controller's right there on the back of the truck. So it was pretty big workout to get these things up here. So I'm a little out of breath, but next thing is I'm going to get this all set up for what's going to go on top there. Here is the turntable I got. It's a little display turntable you can get. It's battery operated. I'll probably have it plugged in just to be, so I don't stand a chance of it running out. But I wanted the snowman disco ball to spin like a normal disco ball would spin. So it came with these different plate sizes. This is an actual different size plate that's supposed to go on the top. But I flipped it over, pre-drilled some holes and drilled it down to this device that I made. So it sits in there nice and steady and won't slide. And then this is the plate that I will put some double-sided Velcro on top of this on the bottom of the snowman. And it snaps right on. It's kind of a snug fit, but it'll stay on that. And then we've got a spinning turntable. You probably can't see it spinning, but it is. Then we'll have, I do have a couple disco ball spotlights that I got, and I'm going to put them down there pointing up at the snowman, but a couple moving heads that I can change colors and things to. One's going to go there, and one's going to go over on this side. And that's the next thing I'm going to do, is put some sort of lip, so when the moving head sits on it, it'll actually sit in a lip. So that's my next project. Well, we've been working all day on getting most of this stuff prepped and decorated. I've got the LED light strips, programmable light strips. These are going to be controlled with my AlphaPix 16. It's completely programmable to music, along with my moving heads that are up there. Those are going to be programmable, and the big ones up here. Those are the only thing that's really going to be programmable in the show. Everything is going to be manual, so or static. So we have these are some lights that I used last year to wrap the house, and I'm going to put them on the boat. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap the bimini, and then kind of figure out how we're going to wrap the remaining part of the outside of the boat that doesn't have these LED light strips. So I'm going to go ahead and get that going. All right, there's our 12-foot LED Christmas tree that we got from Sam's Club. And I'll tell you, it is a pain in the butt, especially if you take it down. And we're going to have to take this down, obviously, when we travel, but we have to figure out a way to take it down where it doesn't get tangled. So what I'm thinking we're going to have to do is, when we take it down in sections, we have to zip tie or twisty tie the lights together in the group so they don't get tangled up, especially in this. If it was on the ground and you set it down, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. First of all, it's hard to get up here and put it back up. But once these strands get looped underneath these bars down here, it makes it very difficult to put it back up. But it looks great when it's up, and I've got all the mini lights put on both sides. I'm going to go get off the boat now and show you what it looks like from the ground. There it is. The place that's dark right here is obviously where the LED strips go, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bunch of zip ties just sticking out. I got to go through and cut all that off. But everything from the front looks like it's done, the front and the sides. And then I gotta go this way here, hold on. The back of the boat needs some lights. It ends right there on the edge, and I've got this down here, so I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. I've got some more of the mini lights. I've got some strobe lights and things like that. I was thinking about maybe making this look like it's a present underneath the tree, but that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Also, we're going to be decorating that bar up there, maybe some garland and some lights and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to wire up those moving heads, put the snowman up there, and see what kind of effect that's going to look like. All right, well, we got the snowman up, but big flaw, it is heavy in itself. And when I got it up there on the turntable, which is now down here, it was definitely not steady, and it was going to fall. So unless I can figure out a way to secure that up there, or build something where it will be secure and be able to spin, it's going to be stationary. So I was hoping for it to be being able to be spinning, but it's not. It's most likely not. I'm just gonna have to put it up there as a static. I do have a couple little disco spotlight things on it now. That's going to be there permanently. And then the moving heads are there. I'm just running some wires now. It's kind of getting late, and I would like to get this thing ready to plug in and be able to program, because I'm going to have to program these moving heads. How I program is I have to see them going as I do that. So. But I'm trying to get everything prepped so I can literally just throw everything up, hook the computer up, sit up here, and program this, over the next few weeks. So I'm not sure what else I'm going to get done tonight. It's getting late. I have to still bring some stuff in. These moving heads up here are not waterproof. The little spotlights are not waterproof. These things are. This isn't. I'm sure it'd be fine, but I got to bring this guy in. I'm probably going to bring them all in. Though these things are waterproof, I'd rather not leave them out. And that just means I have to pull it off the boat, and it'll take me a half hour just to pull this stuff down. But anyway, it's a good, successful day, regardless. Got a lot completed. Still have a little bit of decorating to do and a lot of programming to do. So As it sits right now, our first boat parade is December 6th in Palm Beach. It goes from Palm Beach Gardens to Jupiter Lighthouse. So if you're in the area and you want to come and see, we'll see just everybody. It's a really good boat parade. You should make plans December 6th. It's gonna be happening here in just a few weeks. So it's November 11th now, so we got less than a month, probably three weeks or so. So I've got a lot of work to do to get that ready. So and then the other two that we're doing is the same weekend. One's for Saturday, one's a Sunday, Fort Pierce and Vero, and that's the weekend after that. So December 13th and 14th, I believe. So Fort Pierce is the 13th and Vero is the 14th. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video. This will be video one of a few for this season. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.